What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another KBShimmer video. I am super excited to show you all the holiday collection, the perfectly seasoned collection. I also have some cuticle oil to sniff test, and I also have two new scrubs to sniff test and discuss at the very end of the video. The perfectly seasoned collection is 12 pieces of beautiful, shimmery, sparkly, flaky, awesome goodness that, oh my goodness, they just embody so well the season. I thoroughly enjoyed these. They're a fun, but also a classic take too on some of them. So you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to those. So without further ado, let's get into the swatches. Kicking off this holiday party with Berry and Bright. This is described as a vibrant cherry base with a near metallic finish. We have a true jelly type of formula going on here, though I think it builds up to opacity very quickly. I absolutely agree with that official description. It takes on a metallic type of appearance depending on your lighting situation, and the shimmer that's in here does have a bit of an almost foily-like effect in how it just kind of gives that glistening looking appearance. If you are rocking nubbins or shorties, I could see two coats working really well with this one, but for as huge as my nails are and the free edge I had going on with my falsies, I thought that third coat was perfect. This will dry down a little on the flat side, so use a good glossy top coat. Bundled Up is one of my top picks. This is a vibrant grape base with vivid teal shifty shimmer. This is very pretty and it built perfectly between 2 to 3 coats. This is another one that's going to really depend on the length of your nails, how you apply, all that good stuff. It will hit opacity on that second coat, and just for the sake of science and just being a creature of habit who usually does take things up to 3 coats, I did do a very thin coat. You can see on each of my layers here that I'm going in incredibly thin. So 2 normal coats or 3 thin coats if you want to be extra like me. The glow on this is otherworldly. It's beautiful and quite shifty and just very, very glowy. This will dry down really flat though, so you'll want to make sure to gloss it up. At angles, you can see that gorgeous blue shift. Crushing It is a deep green forest base with a vibrant green magnetic pigment. This is beautiful. Another one of my top picks. It is just this fun, like indie polish type spin on our favorite type of holiday green. This is so nice. If you don't want to magnetize it, it's just fine. It's still beautiful. It's this gorgeous, very glowy type of emerald. To me, it's a Christmassy type green. And if you want to wear it by itself or magnetize it, I'm going to suggest 2 normal or 3 very thin coats. Again, your preference. These are all so fabulous on their opacity, respectively, for each of the polishes. So again, it's going to depend on your application type. When you magnetize it, it takes on this unique type of look where the backdrop is this super almost black type of deep, deep dark green. And then the magnetic pigment is that wonderful greenish, emeraldish looking color there. It's just fantastic. The pigment itself is of the what I consider the heavier type, so just add maybe another 10 seconds to make sure you're getting nice crispy lines with your magnet. This one dried down kind of semi-flat, so honestly I think any top coat is perfect. Flocking Fabulous is a white curly base with a fun mix of fuchsia and icy blue hex glitters and traditional red and green glitters. I loved this take on the traditional holiday Christmassy type of glitter crelly. I said in my previous video that my Christmas decor is the cotton candy, pinky type of rainbowy pastel type colors. That's my scheme. And this just, it embodies that so well. I love the little pink glitters in here too. It is what I consider a true crelly type feel as you're building it up to opacity. It's very true white to the base. So lovely and palette cleansing. Go in super, super thin on your coats, at least if you want to apply like myself. Otherwise, 2 coats is fine. No need for fishing or anything like that. The glitters came out perfectly out of the bottle. This will give you a touch of texture from the glitters though, so use a glitter smoothing top coat. Get Your Knit Together is a deep indigo blurple base with fuchsia to purple and aqua to blue iridescent flakes and black flakes. Now, I chose to take this one up really really thin on my coats. When I saw it in the bottle, I figured it was going to be this mosaic type of jelly appearance, and I was absolutely correct. So I chose to just start off with a thin foundation, and I'm not mad at it. If you wanted to do 2 normal coats, absolutely. But I think if you want to maximize all the flakes on your nails, go and roll thin and build this one up slow and steady. You will need a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat together because this one will leave you just a touch textured from all that flaky goodness. But when you gloss it up, it's going to give you that gorgeous pond effect where you can see all those. It's just real multi-dimensional in how you can see the flakes. Speaking of flakes, How Noble is a deep teal jelly base with color shifting flakes that shift blue, teal, green, and sapphire and black flakes. So we've got the deep teal version of Get Your Knit Together, and same thing here. Now I want to note on How Noble, I stopped at 2 coats. I did that because on the second coat here, I wasn't thinking. I just tend to get into like swatch machine mode when I'm working. And I went in normal for myself on that second coat. So a third coat would have been overkill. It would have been too much polish on the nails. So it still looked fabulous, perfect, and opaque. Again, you'll need a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. In a Flurry is an array of holographic flake sizes in a topper. So we have a fantastic holographic flake type topper. I definitely see quite a bit of sizes to the particle sizes of this. We're taking this slow and steady so you can see how dense it applies. I really appreciated that. I didn't have to do like an icing method. I didn't have to manipulate it any which way. This makes an instant snow globe on your nails. In my opinion, toppers like this are really necessary in your arsenal because they just make everything super fun. This will give you like a holographic twinkle across your nails in a flaky type way. Kringle All The Way is a glitter polish topper that features a mix of metallic glitters in sizes and colors. This reminds me of old school indie days, and I'm so here for it. I chose to wear it over KBShimmer's Black One Coater Cream, and just for the sake of I have not reviewed this on the channel, I wanted to show it to you all. It is a chef's kiss black cream. It is a true one coater. I was blown away by the formula on this. Of course, it's going to stamp too. So if you needed a black cream, put this in your cart for the KBShimmer Black Friday sale. So Kringle All The Way, I decided to start off a foundation with it. Polishes like this that have really heavy glitters, the best thing that you can do for it is do some careful placement. I had no problems fishing those glitters out of the bottle though. So no fishing. Everything was beautifully suspended throughout the bottle. And I was picking up glitters from the neck where I kind of got, I guess, wrung out the rag, for lack of better words, on the neck to get any excess base off. And it was all there on the brush and on the neck for me to easily pick up with a water marble tool or a nail art brush, whatever it is you've got on hand, easy peasy. It does leave you textured, so you'll need a glitter smoother here too. Perfectly Seasoned is a warm toned light caramel tan base with a linear holographic finish. Speaking of indie old school vibes, I said it on my Hella Handmade Creations video, and I'll say it here too. Old school indie polishes like straight up glitters, these chunkier glitters, linear holographic finishes. This is all the kind of stuff that got me into indie polishes, going on over 11 years ago now. And it is so beautiful when I get to work on these types of finishes. Perfectly Seasoned is a rainbow of colors on your nails. It's got a beautiful opacity to it. I think 2 coats will do you perfect coverage. I wanted to be a touch extra. I like a lot of polish on my nails, and I chose to do 3 coats. So your preference there. I am using KBShimmer's Clearly on Top glossy top coat, and I did not have any holographic dull. Present Tense is another one of my top picks. I have quite a few. This one's a bold purple with a warm magenta shimmer that shifts from fuchsia to grape. This is lovely. It is, I don't know, I feel like it's like the purple cousin to Bundled Up, which was that second super shimmer that we saw in the video. This is very nice. It is almost like the indie purple we all go nuts over, but it's more than that. It is jewel toned, and it's just the way it builds up, it's got this inner glow to it. At angles, there is a touch of a pinky type of cast to it. You'll see it on my macro shot here in just a moment. For opacity, I'm going to suggest between 2 to 3 coats, your preference. Regardless, go in light on your brush strokes to prevent any potential streaking, and you'll want to finish with a good glossy top coat. This is beautiful. Skating by is a pale icy blue base with glowing holographic flakes and color shifting flakes. We have basically winter in a bottle. When I saw this, it reminds me of like, as a kid, I would see these Christmas cards that my mom would buy in bulk, and it was always this like snowy type of image of a cottage with a warm orangey type of light in the front of it. I don't know, this polish just kind of reminded me of that. I don't know, it's like unlocking childhood memories. Skating by has a wonderful opaque formula to it. Again, 2 to 3 coats is perfect. I chose to take it to 3 very thin coats, and that's my preference, though I think 2 normal coats would work too. This will dry down on the flat side, so you want to plump it up and use a good glossy top coat to maximize that holographic look. What's going on is a black reflective polish. This is so fantastic. It definitely embodies what they were trying to go for with the inspiration. I'm seeing holiday lights here. The reflective glitters are of all types of colors, and this built up perfectly at 2 coats. Because it has that heavy reflective glitter type finish, you'll want to stop at 2 coats. I think anything more than that is overkill because you want to leave some room for a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. Again, I'm using both from KBShimmer on this video, and really the last, I think, 2-3 weeks now, I've been exclusively using KBShimmer's Clearly on Top and the glitter smoothing top coat, and they've both been fantastic. So take advantage of that sale. And we're going to wrap this up with the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. Fairy and Bright looks really cool over black. I think you should stick with reds and blacks if you want to topper it. Bundled Up is fantastic over black. However, I don't think you're doing it justice, but man, is it pretty over dark colors. Crushing It, I don't think you're doing it justice either. I don't think you can really get the true magnitude of the magnetic effect either if you use it as a topper. Flocking Fabulous, it's acrylic, so it does not get my stamp of approval for toppering. Acrylics just don't work. Get Your Knit Together and How Noble. Both of the flaky mosaic finishes for this collection work pretty well over black. You can see just how much flakes are packed into both polishes, but personally, again, I wouldn't. Perfectly Seasoned, I will be so upset and side-eye you so bad if you topper this. It is such a beautiful finish. You're just not doing it justice. Present Tense looks really cool over black, but again, you're kind of muting down that glow. Skating By looks really cool over black. I think you can maybe get a little creative with this one. And What's Going On, I don't know. Yeah, it works, but why not maximize the sparkle and wear it on its own? The Perfectly Seasoned collection is going to drop November 22nd. We also have a fantastic sale for Black Friday through this brand. I highly encourage you to, if you have not grabbed yourself a glitter smoothing top coat, KBShimmer's Smooth Moves is fantastic. I also reviewed the Ridge Filling Fillin' Groovy Ridge Filling Sticky Base Coat, which essentially it's a ridge filler, but a sticky base coat just kind of helps stick onto your polishes, your color in between your coats. So it's a really fantastic base coat. You can check that out. I reviewed that on my polish pickup video for October, but that's really good. There is KBShimmer's Thinner Chef's Kiss. Everybody needs that. If you have any type of indie polish of any type, you need KBShimmer's Thinner. That is indie safe. So you can use it with the very special, shimmer pigments and flakies and things like that we see with indie polishes. So that's fantastic. It is the thinner of choice that I personally use in my personal polishes. So starting during this launch for their Black Friday sale, starting November 2nd until Cyber Monday, December 2nd, you can enjoy 20% off your entire KBShimmer order. Use the code KBSBF2024 to receive the discount. It does state as the fine print for this. This is while supplies last. You can also enjoy a free holiday nail art glitter mix with every single order. Take advantage of that sale, whether it's the glitter smoother. The clearly on top is what you're seeing in my my videos lately. The last couple of weeks, I want to say at the point that I'm face recording this, it's been about 3 weeks that I've been using KBShimmer's clearly on top that you've been seeing on the videos thus far. It's a fantastic quick dry glossy top coat. The glitter smoother is awesome, thinner, all that stuff. And which leads me to other things you can also have in your shopping order too. Every month on my polish pickup video, you always hear me talk about the KBShimmer Sugar Scrub. And we have 2 new smells for this month. We have Berry Sweet, and then we have Peppermint Cocoa. I love peppermint. KBShimmer releases the peppermint scrub, at least the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, through the polish pickup Maker's Choice for December, and I always hoard it. It is good stuff. Peppermint Cocoa, you can see it here. Those of you who always watch my polish pickup videos, I like to use these in the shower. You can use them on your hands. You can use them on your feet. If you use them in the shower, they are very heavily oil-based. You will not have to use lotion, at least I don't, after your shower. But just make sure you rinse your tub really, really well because it can make things a little slick. So throwing that out there. And my also science-y type nerd microbiologist PSA also, when you are scooping it out in the shower and stuff, I would recommend using a popsicle stick or a plastic spoon, something like that, in case you don't want to get your wet hands into the jar because it's sugar that's in here. So peppermint cocoa, off the bat, it smells like an Andes chocolate. Like, not like cocoa in the sense of like that fake type of chocolate smell, which I personally don't mind. I'm a big foodie smell person, but this is like chocolate type smell. Not like a hot cocoa scent, if that makes sense. It smells like the first whiff you get when you open an Andes mint. So there's this deliciously strong peppermint with a mocha type chocolate to match with it. It's very pleasant. Like, oh, it's so good. Peppermint. I'm such a freaking nut for peppermint smells. I love peppermint so much. I sometimes will clean with it. Like, I will get like some hot soapy water and I put like 2 drops of peppermint essential oil in it. And I drive everyone in the house nuts. I love peppermint so much. The next one is Berry Sweet. This one, you can see it's kind of like a pinky color mixed in with some like peachy looking color for the scent here for the scrub. Now this one's interesting to me because it smells, to my nose, it's berry smelling, but to me it smells like a fruit snack. Like, my 2-year-old is crazy for fruit snacks right now. Like, I cannot keep them around him. He will literally eat his weight, his whole almost 40-pound self weight in fruit snacks. And yeah, this smells like fruit snacks to me, like the red fruit snacks, the berry type of fruit snacks. Very berry is what I would say. It's definitely just berry type smell. I'm not really getting any other type of undertones, anything like that. It's just berry, like a fruit snack type of berry. It's very pleasant. Not so like sickeningly like candy sweet type of berry, but it's like a real fruity type of berry that I would have to say, which a little bit of like a candy, but again, it's not super sweet. It's just fruit snacks, for lack of better words. It's very pleasant. This one's also very nice too, but peppermint cocoa, that's good stuff right there. The next thing we have to check out and for me to give you my thoughts on is the cuticle pen dispenser for cuticle oil. This is 2 milliliters of cuticle oil, and I really like the packaging on these. Like, these are, it's plastic, but it's like a very firm type feel on how it feels and that kind of thing. So how many times can I say feel in one video? The cuticle oil, you have to click it. You hear that? Can click it. I used it for the photos. I'll put it above my head here while you listen to me click. Ooh, and we're spewing. We are spewing everywhere. Okay, that's going to be good for smelling. I'm going to put some on my fingers here real quick because my hands are dry. I did not moisturize after I washed my hands after giving Kitty his medicine. But that's okay because I am reviewing cuticle oil and we're going to smell good and we're going to apply it. So this oil off the bat, I would say is a medium type of viscosity. It doesn't feel like some of the lighter cuticle oils I've used. It's got a medium type feel in how it is sinking into my skin, which is so freaking dry, but it is sinking in. It's just, it's medium. I do have a little bit of residue behind, which that's not a bad thing. As you are cuticle oiling yourself throughout the day, all that stuff, you want it to be, I am so sorry if this is making obnoxious skin sounds. But you want it to be, in some cases, almost like a balm type. So I'm nice and moisturized. And the scent that I picked out for my PR stuff is Deep Cashmere. This is a really light smell because I was kind of smell testing it whenever I was doing my photos and just kind of wearing it around because I can't really put my finger on. It's woodsy and a little musky. I know, like, I always think of the word musky as like bad, but I mean it in the sense of like perfumey, cologne-y kind of almost. I know that is probably not making sense, but yeah. So after I photographed and I was just walking through the apartment and stuff, it's very light. I will say that it's super light, and in order to smell it, I really have to stick my fingers next to my nose. If you are wanting to get a scent that is light and maybe if you're want to enjoy smell, but you don't want it too strong, if you're sensitive or anything like that, you can definitely try this scent out. Like I said, I have to really it's very pleasant, but I also kind of like that it is subtle too. So, not every day I want to, constantly be loud with my lotions and my cuticle oil smells. But if you're wanting a medium feel to your cuticle oil, you can see, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. It's like probably so blasted with my lights around me. But it's sunken into my skin already. It's just got a little bit of like soft residue going on with it. So medium oil type, if you're wanting something just a touch heavier than a lighter type of formula, definitely try this out. It's cute little cuticle oil click pen style. Go to KBShimmer's website if you want to get in there and check out any of the amazing goodies I talked about, and also grab you some goodies for this Black Friday sale. Take advantage of that 20% off. And I'll also link you to the Facebook group if you want to join that, interact with Christy. She's super awesome, and see sneak peeks, additional swatches, information, all that fun stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.